Oh my God. Hello and welcome to Streaming Rainbow. Welcome to the first Pride live stream of Streaming Rainbow for 2026. I'm your
Ah!
guest GM Mags, which still feels like an illegal sentence to say on live, but they've given me the keys to the car and baby, we're gonna drive this shit. Um Again, I'm Mags. I'm your guest GM. Tonight we are playing Ball Game by finchmund. I've seen that we are promoting it in the chat. If you want to buy it for yourself after you've watched these people play it tonight, you absolutely should. It is a fantastic one-shot system if you just want to play like a silly little lighthearted one-shot with your friends. Tonight we are raising money for trans equality. And as you've seen in the promo, every $10 donated grants these people an automatic success to anything they would like to do in the one shot. And every $20 donated triggers a chaos event during the baseball scene, which I will get to in explaining in a little bit. And every $50, we get to do a little fun thing called a word from our sponsors, which I will touch on again as I explain the rules just now. But before I do that, I would like to thank everyone who has donated before we even went live. We hit $100 before even today, and that is it makes my heart so happy knowing that this community cares and rallies for trans folk in a time that just feels so violent and tumultuous with the amount of bills and laws that are trying to pass against us and just the senseless amount of violence that has been inflicted with even the past few months. It makes my heart so happy knowing that this community fully has trans folk on their back at all times. So from the bottom of my heart, I know everyone at Streaming Rainbow thanks you so much. And without further ado, about Ball Game. This is a 3d6 system. Any roll that these people will make, they have to roll 3d6. All they have to do is roll a 4, a 5, or a 6 on one of those dice, and that is an automatic success. If they roll ones, twos, and threes on all threes, that is a failure. First, before this is going to be done in 3 parts, 3 separate scenes, and 3 separate ball games. Scenes, each of these lovely players will get to do whatever they want, interact with PCs, NPCs, the world around them, shape this story how they see fit. And then once we go through all 4 scenes, we go right into the ball game, where each of these people will have narrative control over what happens during the game, maybe not have narrative control during the game, who knows. And if they would like to during their individual scenes, we can do a 1d4 roll to see what little event from the book that they would like to trigger, if they so choose. If not, that's okay. At the end of each game scene, each of these players will roll 1d6, and all they have to do is tally that up to 8, and they win the game. If it goes anything below an 8, they lose, except for this team specifically, the Maine Lobsters, has a team move if they would like to choose to do so. This team can sacrifice one, I repeat, can sacrifice one lobster in order to automatically succeed and win a game, but they can only do so for one game. Now, without further ado, I'm going to start with Sarah, and please introduce yourself, your character, and what playbook you will be playing. And we're going to go around in a little loop-de-loop.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Serafina Smith, and I will be playing Sylvia, no relation, Plath. She is the Berserker, which is the playbook that embraces the violence of the sport. I've never seen the sport, so I don't really know how violent it is, but I'm going to make it pretty violent, I think. And that's my introduction.
Hey, I'm Taz, she, they, and I'm playing Cynthia Big Red Johnson, also she, they, and I'm playing the artist. She is a visionary on the field.
All right, Meadow, introduce yourself next.
Howdy, I'm Meadow, she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Spiny Goth, a conversationalist, a chatty gal, who is also the stunt pitcher of this lobster event.
And last but not least, Green.
Hi there. My name's Green. I'm that green thing on the socials. I am playing Maria the Claw Santiago, and she is the fanatic.
All right. One of my favorite things about this system is that it is very much PC and PC relationship driven, and I have waited to do some of the character creation on live to show you guys at home, again if you choose to play so, how this all goes. So again, we're going to go in the same little loop order. I'm going to ask the PCs questions, and then from their respective playbooks, they get to ask each other questions in order to shape the table dynamic around them. So, Sarah, we obviously, what position you play. I think we discussed that Sylvia plays designated hitter.
Oh, yes.
How long have you been playing?
No one actually knows the answer to that question any longer.
Fascinating. And why do you play baseball?
Well, I'm trying to stay active, and it's just sort of, you got to stay active. Plus, our chitinous masters demand a sacrifice.
What?
I had no idea that was coming, and that was beautiful, amazing. Please go ahead and ask your specific questions to the rest of the table.
All right. So my first question is for anyone who wants to grab it. When did you most recently patch me up?
Okay.
I think. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I am not a healing type, but I am very much a fake it till you make it type as a retired gymnast. So I think it was less of a wound patching and more of a sprucing for the cameras. We have to put on this show. We have to just trust me. I know it's gonna suck, but Vaseline on the teeth, it makes sure you never drop your smile. I promise. It tastes awful. Trust me. It was one of those moments, giving you some tips for camera readiness, because again, not much of a healer, but I think that counts as patching up. We need those sponsors, we need that money, we need the goodwill on camera, etc.
It's a kind of healing, yeah.
Healing for the inside and for the team morale.
My second question is, what's your problem with me?
My problem is that you always get in my way. Every time I have something I want to do, I see the vision in front of me, and you just bustle right in. You never mind what I am envisioning for the game, for the fans to see. You just do what you do, and you don't care at all.
Oh. Well, I don't know how to respond to that. But the third question is, what do I make you feel?
You just make me feel so excited and bubbly, like a hot pot of water anytime I see you play. And I love this game, and I love you guys, and it's going to be such a good time, and I can't wait. Eek, butterflies or little tiny baby lobsters all in my tummy.
Incredible. Cynthia, you're up next. What position do you play?
I'm number 22. I'm the catcher. And my questions to whoever may want to answer them.
You got two more.
I got two more what?
I got two more to ask you.
Oh.
It's okay. How long have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing forever. Since I was 12. So 15 years.
All right. And why do you play the sport baseball?
Because looking out onto the field is like looking out onto a masterpiece.
All right. And now you may ask the rest of the table your 3 questions.
Cool. Do you think I'm pretentious? Why are you laughing?
I think you're as pretentious as the Louvre is, you know? Like, you know your shit, and, you know, there's a reason why you're like that, because you're good.
Fantastic answer.
Yeah. I
Uh,
love the Louvre.
what do you think of my art?
I love your art, honey. It is, you know, everybody's got to have a thing, and you got your thing, and I love it for you. I love it. Do you understand?
Oh, I understand.
Do you understand how much I love it, though?
So much. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
good.
gosh.
Of course you love it.
It is good.
Can I ask what type of artist you think Big Red is? Is her medium like paints, or does she work with like lobster shells?
Maria, my medium is baseball.
Perfect answer.
Now, Spiny, why do you
Yeah.
hide your feelings from me?
You know, I think if I didn't hide the way I felt about you, Big Red, the world would combust.
Maybe the world needs a little combustion.
Yeah, think about that.
Okay, those are my
Oh.
questions.
All right. Spiny, what
Ah,
position
yeah.
do you play, and how long have you been playing?
I'm a stunt pitcher. People don't like it when I call it pitching. So it's stunt pitching. Why? Because I do a couple cartwheels before I do it? Why? Because I may taunt a little, may say a poem? Why? Because I may belt out an operatic aria right before. It's whatever I'm feeling. Anyway, I'm a stunt pitcher. I've been playing for, I think, about a year now, ever since I retired from being a gymnast.
All right. And why did you decide to play the sport of baseball?
I didn't really decide to play the sport of baseball. I was in my physical therapist's office. They said, you're never going to flip again. Never, Spiny. You're never flipping around ever again in your life. You got to put 2 feet on the ground forever. And I said, I can't do that. I cannot do that. Both feet. And that's when I was approached by Babs, who saw some potential in me. And so I came over here. You know, sports is sports. It's all a show.
All right. And now you may ask the table your 3 questions from your playbook.
I would love to. I've been dying to talk to you. Okay. Now, do you think I talk too much? Be honest with me.
No, you are the encyclopedia that I always want to listen to.
And I do appreciate that. I have a very special way of looking at things, and no one ever sees it my way. But like, I do have like a special little kaleidoscope on the world, and I would love to tell you more about it. In fact, I think I could probably filibuster you about it.
No, I have like 5 of your autobiographies on Audible, and they're fantastic. I listen to them every morning.
You are just the sweetest sweetie. Do you want the other 12 or?
Yes.
Okay, great. I will ship them to you. I will bill it to your room. Next question. What did I say that one time that made you take a real shine to me? You know, that time when we bonded instantly. It was a little gleam in your eye, a little gleam in my eye. We was gleaming together.
It was that one time you told me to move a little bit to the left. And I was like, you know what? She's got the eye. She knows what she's talking about. She sees this game the same way I do.
It was golden hour and the light
It
was
was.
just right. I knew the camera was going to catch a good side if you stepped a little bit to the left. We do
Ever
see
since
things
then.
alike. We do see
Mhm.
things alike. So then, why won't you speak to me no more?
I'm afraid to. Do you understand how it is when you're afraid? When someone is just too big, too fantastic, too brilliant to talk to? Do
Oh
you
my
understand?
God. Yes, I froze up in front of Madonna twice.
Oh no, honey.
Yeah, it was bad. I get it.
I'm glad. I'm gonna shut up now because I can't talk to you no more.
All right. And finally, that leaves us with Maria the Claw. What position do you play, and how long have you been playing it for?
Well, I'm very excited to announce that I am playing now officially the outfielder. They've been testing me out in different spots, but I think I finally found the right claw, you know? And I have been playing for about 3 days now. I have not gotten my bump in salary yet, but I'm sure it's going to show up on my next paycheck. The pay period just hasn't ended.
All right. And why do you play the sport of baseball?
Oh, I just love it. It reminds me of just how glorious our world is, you know? The way it's so round and it gets tossed around and then caught, like it's all the teamwork that we gotta do. And of course, the sacrificial boiling of the lobster reminds me that we only have one life and it could end at any moment in a hot, wet death. And that just keeps me going.
All right. And feel free to ask the table your questions from your playbook.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'd love to know what you guys think of me, if that's okay. How did you help me when I first joined the team? I love this story.
You know, I see you joining this team as a whole story. You know, you're the underdog and you're going to make it. So I think I helped you by really building in that confidence, letting you know this doesn't end with you failing, because that's not how movies work, baby. You're going to make it to the top.
You make me feel like a true star and not like a side character in my own film.
You're not a
truly.
side character at all.
I love you, Big Red. Anyway, so next question. Was I a fan of yours before joining the league? Well, yeah, obviously. What type of question is that? Anyway, I guess. Then maybe I don't want to ask this last one, but why don't you like me?
Oh, that's so abrupt. I think to sum up, because the list is so short, because I like you a lot, but it's kind of because you ask questions like that. Like, how am I supposed to answer that? What do you expect from me? You know?
I expect something that's not a half-assed answer. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I didn't say that at all. I
You got to
don't know what
stick
I'm
to your
talking
guns,
about.
kid. You can absolutely say that out loud. Say it with your chest. In fact, we can get a good scrap out of it for the cameras, you and me.
No, I don't fight.
All right.
I have a
It'd be
tender
good for the
disposition.
story.
I don't think my story is a punching match. I'm sorry. I think
Who
it's
said
more of a
anything about
romantic
punching?
comedy, and I'm still waiting for my other little guy.
Aw, that smells sweet.
I bet you're gonna find your little guy.
All
One
right.
day,
So
that 3'2" motherfucker's gonna be out there for me. I just know it.
amazing. All right. So with character introductions done, we are going to go into our first rounds of scenes. But to set the scene a little bit, you see Babs walk into the locker room, walk into the clubhouse. She's about 5'4", a very stocky, old, seasoned veteran of this game. Her hair short, salt and peppered, cut very short to the side, notched eyebrows, carabiners all around her belt loops.
Hot.
And attached to it is her signature pincer baseball glove that she's held on to ever since she was in the majors of this league. Her head's a little hung or a little hung low, and you just see her kind of meet eyes with the rest of you. Unfortunately, ladies, morale's low. The stands haven't been as full as they once were. And the league has now hit us with the notice that if we don't get ass in seats, if we don't get fans back in these stands and paying money to be here, we might have to fold the team. I am entrusting you ladies to do whatever you can to get the fans, get morale back, so we can finally get back to winning championships. Once a lobster, always a lobster, am I right?
Lobster.
Claw, claw,
Whatever.
claw.
Claw, claw,
Claws
claw.
up. So we're gonna go into our first round of character scenes. Because the book states whoever has seen a sports game the most recently goes first, and we have all decided that was me, and I cannot go first because I'm not a player. I have rolled a d4, and it has landed on a 3. So, Meadow, if you would like to kick us off with the character scenes, go ahead. You can chase whatever your heart's desire in this.
I think we kind of discussed this a little bit, but Big Red, you said that you and I are some of the only people who can kind of talk with our eyes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or we don't really have to communicate verbally. I think I'd like to take a couple of minutes trying to work with you on razzle dazzling our hand signals and silent communique for camera to get people more like eyes on it. So usually we say nothing, and it's a series of those ridiculous baseball pats where it's like adjustment of the hat, 2 on the shoulder, boo, boo, boo. And I'm like, okay, but what if we just, and then a shimmy, and then a high kick down, and then a 1, 2, 3 step ball change. I'll do a back bend, lets you know I'm throwing a curveball. And while I'm doing that back bend, you tuck yourself up into a ball, roll through under my back bend, kind of like croquet, but with people, and get back over there. The camera's not going to be able to look away.
I like where your head is at, but I wasn't a gymnast before I was a catcher.
Yeah, I'm going to do the back bend, hun. What's the problem?
I like it. Yeah.
And I love it when you agree. Oh my God, this is going to be great. Bring the lobsters. And she wants to start practicing.
Now, you have triggered a phrase from your conversationalist playbook. You can always think out loud, interrupt a conversation, or charm someone. And I believe that you have successfully thought out loud during this whole interaction with Cynthia. So if you would like to describe on how you succeed in figuring out this whole silent communique type situation that you guys are trying to perform.
Yeah, I think in order for it to be successful, is this me describing how it's successful or other people? Okay.
Yes.
I
think it's only when you roll and you succeed, it's another person describes that success.
Okay. I think I think I have to take into account the fact that you're right. You didn't spend the first 18 years of your life making sure your cartilage never solidified and bending in ways that most humans can only dream about. So let's take the energy and put it to something that won't have you injured so we can still actually win the game too. It's not going to make any sense if we bring people into the seats and then we're all broken by the whatever innings they got in this game. You know, I'm going to do a back bend though. And then you know what? I'm going to double it and do a double back flip. Maybe a tuck. Maybe a standing back handspring. Okay, so when I do my standing double back tuck, double back handspring round off, right? That's when you'll know I'm throwing a fly pop over. All right? They can never hit the fly pop over. Ever. And it drives the crowd crazy because it sends it straight to the where? Announcers. Crazy. All right. This is going to be great. Do you want to practice? Do you want to practice with my back bend?
Yes.
All right.
Do it.
1, 2, 3. And she's going to start like flipping and she's going to do her double backhand tuck, backhand spring round off and is going to make sure to throw in a very flashy way, like very high kick under the leg, Alice from Twilight, as many bells and whistles as she can add to these new signals, and making sure that Cynthia thinks they're artistic enough to be seen. I think she's genuinely taking in
Oh, they're beautiful.
Big Red's like artistic eye, and anytime she's like, oh, it's not really giving the artistic vision, we're gonna tweak it. And it's like two kids at a sleepover trying to convince their parents that their dance routine is worth 3 more sleepovers.
Now, I'm going to say that's commanding attention. Would you roll 3d6 for me? Or, if you would like, you can bank one of your automatic successes.
Yeah, the double back handspring, double backhand tuck, double back
All right.
round off
Who
is
would
a double is a
Meadow-
success.
Meadow, who would you like to describe this success?
I'd love for it to be Big Red because it was a collaborative effort, and it's essentially her artistic vision.
Yeah. I think we're making the eye contact. I lift my head. You go into the back flip, double back handspring, double back tuck cartwheel situation into the splits. Throw the ball at me. Strike. Killed it.
Amazing.
And then the sun is on you just right as you throw the ball at me from the split position.
Incredible. So we are going to pivot from that scene, and Maria, what do you think you are doing in this scenario right now?
I think while Babs walked in, Maria was cleaning some of the team's laundry because she still has that job. They haven't hired anybody new to do it yet. So that's just something she has to do before practice. And she currently has a washboard between her legs with a big bucket filled with Old Bay seasoned water, making sure the uniforms are staying the perfect shade of brownish red. And she's kind of whistling, she's kind of singing to herself, and she's going like, take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, throw me, and she's just going like that.
Babs walks up to you as you are in the middle of your job. Maria, I promise you, we're gonna find someone to fill this position for you soon, so you can get back on the field and you can practice with the rest of the girls.
Oh, you know what? It's no big deal. I'll get out there eventually, and it's so fun, and it's such a pleasure to be out there and playing with them any amount of time that I get to want to. Just like it's a pleasure to get to wash their dirty butter-filled clothing and do the things that I have to do. By the way, she's not cleaning any of this with her bare hands. The reason why she has the name the Claw is because she handles all their laundry because she doesn't want to get butter all over her hands, because they dump butter on themselves after they win a game. Is that she uses, those like grabby, picky up sticks that are far too long for this job, but she's basically just going like this with the
Incredible.
that's a bad visual, with the bad with the dirty laundry, and using that against the washboard. And she's just like, I mean, the smell of their absolute dedication keeps me going, and I think that's what's going to bring me to the final inning. And I don't understand why we can't get people in the seats, Like, it's such a good show.
It's been a while since we could get the chip back in Maine, and I don't want to knock on these girls. They put their heart out, but sometimes just the other teams have better financing, better funds. We just gotta really work hard to get the fans to care again.
Do you
It's
need
been a
me
while
to cut
since
the
Maine.
ankles?
Jesus fucking Christ, Maria!
What?
That's a great idea.
I knew
Maybe-
it. I knew it.
Now you have, I believe you've triggered 2 of your phrases for you can always express your gratitude. And you can always smile for seemingly no reason. And I love Maria so much. How would you picture this to be a success for Maria?
I would picture this as a success for Maria by finally letting her have her she has a memorial pocket it's like a switchblade knife that is in the shape of some lobster claws that she got before they banned it at the concession stand, and it's since been confiscated from her because she was deemed a threat to anybody who booed. And her winning would be her allowed to have that switchblade knife back.
You see Babs kind of goes through one of the many pockets. Her baseball pants resemble more cargo pants style. You gotta have pockets for all your useful shit and utensils, as most dyke lesbians of that age do. And she pulls out this little switchblade knife. Now, I managed to talk to security about this. And I feel like since you're now on the team, you deserve a little bit of reward. And she puts it directly, like, tries to hand it to you while you're trying to operate, like, the little pincer things.
I think she opens her mouth so then she could like bite down on the knife handle.
Incredible. You're gonna go places, kid. I know. I have a good feeling that the outfield's a good spot for you.
I'll be the best catcher you ever seen.
And from that, we need to have an ad sponsorship break. Since we reached $100 before the stream even started, I told these people we are, instead of the 1 minute that I promised that for every $50 raised doing an ad sponsorship, we're going to go for full 2 minutes for this first round. Now, this is an event from the book that I love the most. It is called Sip It Up. Babs, you see Babs walks back into the locker room with all of you here, drops off a case of these energy drinks marked M15 or some shit like that. I was told that maybe bringing some sponsors on board would help, bring eyes back on the team. And I kind of told them you guys would be able to do this and, upsell the drink for them so that maybe they'll send more money so we get better equipment and we can start signing some good names to this team, get the trophy back in the locker room. So have at it. Now, I am going to start a timer for 2 minutes. You guys have to improv your way through 2 minutes of trying to sell these energy drinks. At the end of the 2 minutes, you are each going to roll 3d6, and we're going to see how successful it is. Hold on, let me just read the rules. If you as a team fail 3 or more of the rolls, you lose the sponsorship. All right? So, 3, 2, 1, start.
I love me some M15.
You can't win when you're sleeping. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up to the game. You gotta wake up to the world. You gotta wake up to yourself. And you know how you're gonna do that? M15, baby.
It sure does taste like lasers.
Mm-hmm.
M stands for Maria. 15 was the year I became a woman according to my culture, and this drink represents that.
Because of M15, I no longer fear death.
Here.
Here.
As an almost Olympic athlete, this is one of the only things I take my lucky gum out for.
If Spidey's taking out that lucky gum, you know it's worth it.
You got 50 seconds left.
It's full of vitamin adjacent chemicals. It's also full of calories. It's also full of
things that are spelled with multiple letters and numbers with little dashes in between. No
You see
artificial
the length of the
coloring.
ingredients list? That means there's a lot of shit in here. And the more shit that's in here, the better you'll do.
It's
Yeah.
like a fucking CVS receipt, I'm telling
Who
you.
wants something with nothing in it? Not me. Give me more.
We even considered
10
stop
seconds.
sacrificing lobsters for this. We really thought about it. We're not going to stop, but we did think about it because M15.
All right. That is your 2 minutes. Everyone, please roll 3d6 for me and tell me if you're successful.
What is a success?
I got
anything-
2 5, so I did get a success.
If you got a singular 4, 5, or 6 on any of those d6, that is a success.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
good.
I succeed.
Success.
All right. You guys managed to keep the sponsorships. And from
Oh,
that,
we do have auto
we're gonna-
successes. I forgot about that.
I decided it's funnier if the auto successes don't apply to the sponsorships.
Perfect.
So, it's just funnier that way. Anyway, Sylvia, the camera pans over to you. What do you think Sylvia's up to in this exact moment?
Oh gosh, I think Sylvia's thinking back to when she came in to practice today. And I think we'll drift back to that moment as I take the director's chair for a moment, and we see a blue Camry pulling into a parking space at the Lobster Home Field, and Sylvia steps out. She reaches back into the car. She pulls out a wicker basket, a sports bag, and a hand-carved bat with a lobster claw burned into the side of it. And the bat makes a contented humming noise at her touch, but everything else is normal. And she
That's
heads for
probably
the
nothing.
field.
That's probably nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And she heads for the field, but she's brought short in the parking lot by the approach of noted sports paparazzi / trash piece writer Bill Billman. Bill gets up close and shoves a mic in her face. Mags, what does Bill say?
Hey, Sylvia, is it true that they're saying there's a weird little magic bullshit that's going on between you and the bat right now? There's a word on the street that's saying that it's either PEDs or you made the deal with Satan himself.
No comment. No comment.
No,
Everything's
comment.
good.
Oh, come on. You gotta be able to say something. And he keeps just prodding his little phone microphone into your face, really try those shitty TMZ reporters really try and just get a rise out of you right now.
Oh yeah, and I think that's when her eyes turn into starless voids, and she says,
I said no comment.
And
Now-
so one of the things I can sometimes do per my sheet is get into a fight and win. So
Do you
Kinda
want to get in
wanna
a
do
fight with
that.
Bill Bilson?
yeah,
Roll 3d6 for me, baby.
love it. All 3 of those were a success.
Incredible. Sarah, who do you want to narrate this success to?
Who will be my narrator? How about Cynthia?
Okay. Yeah, how about Cynthia? Yeah, Bill Bilson's just asking way too many questions. And you don't need to deal with that.
Mm-mm.
So you make sure no one else is looking. Because you've been around the block, you know what to do.
Mhm.
And when you confirm there's nobody around, no cameras around, you put him into a headlock and take him down to the ground. What do you do down on the ground? I don't know. I always look away. It's not my cup of tea. But he's down there, and so are you. Got his neck wrapped around your arm, or the other way around.
Hopefully the other way around. Yeah.
I hope to God the other way around. Bill Bilson, you see camera panning out, just absolutely pale, shell-shocked. This man looks like he has stared into the eyes of the void and cannot come back from it the same person that he was previously. He kind of tries to get up, manages to only really get up to his hands and knees, and tries to crawl back to his car and gather himself. And from
Let that be a lesson in journalistic integrity.
And very important in today's modern world. And we're finally, last scene of this round, we are going to we're going to pan to Cynthia. What do you think Cynthia is doing in this moment?
I think Cynthia is walking all around the field and all around the bleachers and all around like the inside of the stadium. And she's looking at things from different angles. And I think she comes to one of those like really nice, expensive boxes that the rich people pay for, that they can watch the game from up there. And she looks at the field from there. She's like, you know, I've never seen it from this place before. I haven't been directing from this place before. My visions are for me, but I need to see it from their point of view. They're not going to pay for a game when it's not beautiful for them. And I think she's going to sit up there in that box for a little while and start thinking about all the different ways she can make this the most beautiful cinematic piece for the audience that she can.
Now, I feel that has triggered one or more of your phrases where you can always see the world as a painting, cry at something beautiful, or find meaning in the mundane. And Taz, I would like to ask you in this moment, how do you think Cynthia succeeds in taking in her surroundings at the top of the stadium?
Do I choose one of those?
Either one.
Let me see. I think she sees beauty in the mundane. You know, she's always active, she's always doing, and she's always looking from the perspective of where she's passionate from. And she never takes the moment to sit down and just soak it all in like the fans do. And I think in that moment, she sees the beauty in what is just watching it and not doing. She sees how from up here, she can watch Spiny and herself make that eye contact and make it better for them. She can see how Maria's claws, if she just angles a little bit more differently, she can pick up those pieces so that from up here we can really see it. We can see those claws. And if Sylvia just looks at the audience and maybe points at them, scares them a little bit, you know, we like that. But if she just takes a minute to look around and stare death into their eyes before beating down the field. Oh, I got it. This is a movie worth making. People are going to want to see this.
All right. And so with that, we are going to go into our first game sequence of the stream. The way this is going to work, each of you is going to just say what you would like to do in this moment for the ball game against whoever you're going to be playing against. And then at the end of the scene, we're each going to, well, I got to pull up the rules for this because and at the end of each game scene, everyone rolls a d6. We're going to tally up those points, and we're going to see if you guys win this game or not. Or if you guys would like to do so now, you could choose to sacrifice the lobster and automatically win this game, or save it for later in the stream.
Say we save it.
I'm not sacrificing the lobster yet.
All right.
The stars, they're not right.
The stars are not right.
It's about early June. Baseball season is really picking up in the swing of things. We're in the heat of when the game really starts to matter. Points matter. Wins truly matter. And your opponent this series is the Chicago Tube Sox, Would you guys like this to be a home game or an away game?
Let's go to them.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
All right.
The Bears.
Each of you, throw a little detail of what you guys think the Chicago Tube Sox stadium's like.
Probably stinky.
Moldy.
I tried to hold it together. Sorry.
Why? I haven't been able to.
Lots of tube sock flags, pennants, flapping around in the air. I don't think they were cleaned before they were put up.
I think the announcers are real people, but I think all you can see on like the Jumbotron is like tube sock hand puppets. So it's the announcers under the desk with the mics, but on it looks like tube socks are giving the announcement.
Oh, their fans have like K-pop light sticks, but instead they're tube socks that they put on their hands.
Amazing. So with the Tube Sox light sticks up in the stands, you guys are going up against a storied team in the majors. They have had their ups and downs, won games, lost games, had really good seasons of pennants, have had major serious droughts. What would each of you like to be doing during the game in order to shift the narrative and maybe help you guys win?
Well, as the designated hitter, I think that Sylvia is making sure to hit a lot of balls, whether she's in the hitting space or not. I don't know what it's called. But like if she's out in the outfield or whatever, she'll hit balls too. Just if they come by, she's the hitter.
All right.
I think we butter up the bases.
I think in order to get the crowd excited, because once they're there, that's great, but it's not going to rev up anymore or not generating any more ticket sales once the game has started. So what I want to do is attempt to get the crowd excited to come back and to keep seeing us because we're there. I want to start converting fans basically. So what I'd like to do when I go to like test the mound, get some like test pitches out, is I want to go to where the like hitters zone triangle square place is. Yep, I know sports. And I want to do backflips from one base to the next base to the next base to the next base to the next. I want to home run backflips before, like while we're warming up. I want to make sure people are alert, like this is a show, and I want to get people excited. Because I know no tube sock is gonna go backflipping around here. So I'm going to backflip first.
To me, that sounds like you are commanding attention. Trying to get fans to convert from being a Tube Sox fan into being a Lobster fan.
Yeah.
Meadow, you have 3 automatic successes in the bank.
What?
Love that. What the fuck, Green? That's amazing.
Lobster.
Would you like to use an automatic success, or would you like to roll the 3d6 and push your luck?
If I roll my 3d6, do I have to take whatever happens, GM? Do I have to lock in?
If you fail the roll, you describe how it fails. If you succeed on the roll, someone else describes it.
I don't want to waste these successes, but I also don't want to just succeed all through. That's no fun. I want to see if my backflips are impressive. Thank you for the total successes. I appreciate it. I promise I will use them, but I'd like to see if my star power is worth it.
All right, roll me 3d6.
This is the worst decision I've ever made. Oh, 2 5s! It's a success.
Incredible. Who would you like to narrate this impressive feat of gymnast talent?
I would like it to be the Claw, because the Claw was a fan of
us before we were here and before, she was here. So I like to think that she knows my gymnast days. So seeing a whole field of backflips and, some other tumbling expertise sprinkled in there would hopefully be exciting from the claw's perspective.
So it looks like Spiny is truly going with her name. She's spinning, she's bouncing. It's like the green is actually a trampoline. She's going vertical, horizontal, witsy wootsy, wacky wookie. It looks like she's swimming out, but in the air. Her arms are going which way, that way. Her limbs at one point reverse and go back to their actual sockets. And then also, she has like this thing on the bottom of her feet that every time she hits the ground, it kind of sparkles like fireworks. So then it's just kind of like a little spackle, spackle, spackle every single time, over and over and over again. And there's also a little, it's like Heelys, not Heelys, the light up shoes,
Those are, I don't know what they're called, but
I don't know either. The
just call them
sketch
light up
brights or
shoes.
whatever, and
Light bright? No,
they
that's a toy.
also do a little bit of a song every time. So not only is she doing it perfectly, she's also doing it perfectly in beat.
I'm such a Spiny fan.
I
I need a jersey now.
I can't bend like that. I'm such a
I know,
Spiny
I
fan.
can't bend like that. All right. Does anyone else want to try to attempt anything during this scene before we move on to the roles?
I am buttering the bases. I am feeding the lobsters. I am also trying to hack into their television system to put our logo on there instead of the socks, the tube socks. So
I'm trying to find something in your playbook, and the only thing I can think of is you can never get overly confident in your abilities. Do you think Maria's getting a little overly confident yet?
Oh yeah, she's never hacked into anything in her life, but she's still trying.
Describe to me how Maria the Claw fails at hacking her way into the Jumbotron at the Chicago Tube Sock Stadium.
Her idea of hacking is going to be ridiculous. She thinks that because her claws, her picky up claws are made out of metal, that they'll somehow connect into the mainframe if she connects it to some loose wires. She got cooked instead.
Oh, reasoning.
Mm-hmm. So she attached her claw end while she was holding it to a live wire, thinking it was going to hack her brain into the mainframe because she saw it in a movie once. And instead, she got a little buzzy. She got a little buzzed.
Incredible. So with Spiny dancing around the field doing fucking Simone Biles level gymnast feats, with Maria getting fried in the mainframe and cooked to all hell, Sylvia and Cynthia, do you guys have anything you would like to do during the scene?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that, I'm the catcher, so I'm right there when they're hitting the balls. So I'm thinking I'm just going to let them know that the way that they're standing, their form, the way that they're hitting the balls, they might get to first base okay, but is it pretty? I don't know. So I'm going to try to convince them, maybe stand a little bit, angle yourself a little bit more. Look at the audience, look at the fans. They want to see you just like you want to see them out there. And I don't know, it's going to make for a better picture. Are they going to be able to hit the balls as good? Probably not. Is that what's important? Probably not.
Now that sounds like a play move that you can sometimes convince another baseball player of the artistic nature of baseball. You have 2 automatic successes banked right now. I will remind you that. Would you like to use that, or would you like to roll 3d6 and push your luck?
I'm going to push my luck. I was born for this.
All right, roll me 3d6.
I got a 5.
Who would you like to describe this narrative success?
Sylvia.
You know, they didn't know they were slouching until you told them.
They never do.
They never do. And you saw into their hearts, and they were humbled. They were humbled and brought low by your appraisal, and you have taught and made a difference in their lives. And I think that the audience sees that. I think that the audience is taking away a lesson here, that you can be better than a tube sock if you just stand up.
You can be better than a tube sock. Sylvia, is there anything you would like to do during this scene before we move on?
Yeah, I think Sylvia is going to look at the tube sock star picture and just sort of smile at them. Just sort of give them a little creepy grin. Just a little. Maybe that person is a little too happy, you know?
Would you say you're making someone angry?
I think that maybe they might get a little angry about that.
Would you like to use an automatic success, or would you like to roll 3d6?
I spit on automatic success. I will get my successes manually. Like that, with 2 5s.
All right. Who would you like to describe your automatic success? Or not your automatic success. You rolled for that shit. What the fuck am I talking about?
Spiny, please describe.
Okay. I think Spiny is not very good at observing without saying anything. And so as Sylvia gives this look, I think Spiny, because Sylvia's the hitter, so usually they're dead on. I think that as she sees the smile, she turns and looks and then turns and sees again. And there's this beautiful slow motion moment of every time Spiny looks back at the player that Sylvia's smiling at, they look a little more removed from reality. Their eyes are a little more scared, wide, dissociated. They're a little more shriveled in their posture. Like it's so strange because Sylvia never changes. Sylvia looks the same. And it's that smile, that unwavering, slow motion, almost statuesque version that I think, again, pulling from Big Red, I think Spiny is starting to see how baseball can be art and is not just a show, because this is like Renaissance painting moment of cause and effect. The slow motion of in real time intimidating someone into our win, into our victory. And it's all because Sylvia is inexplicable badass.
All right. With pitchers intimidated, with batters distracted, with Maria fried and Spiny doing their feats, everyone roll me 1d6 and tell me what you get.
6.
A 6!
6,
3.
6, 2. All right, that's above an 8. So the Maine Lobsters have gotten a series win out of their series with the Chicago Tube Sox.
Sports!
Speaking of which, hello. If any of you are new and tuned in, we are playing Ball Game by Finch Edmund. We are raising money for trans equality.
Advocacy?
Something like that. We're raising money for trans people. Donate your money. I am so distracted.
Advocates for trans equality.
Advocates for trans equality. That one. If you donate $10, any of these people can get an automatic success. If you donate $20, I get to roll something from the chaos table during a baseball game, which I should have done during this one, but I'll save that for the next one. And every $50 that we raise, these people have to vamp for a minute straight. And if you missed the first 2 minutes earlier, you fucking missed out and you should be donating money. Anyway, so we are going to go into the next scene. And we are going to start with Maria. Maria, you guys have just gotten a very impressive win from the Chicago Tube Sox, despite your little mishaps of trying to distract the other team and get people to our fan base. What do you think Maria is doing now?
I think she is this like I can set it up at any time, right? Okay, cool. So this is her we'll make it a montage moment. So she went through the game, had her claws, was so fried by the end of it that she actually ended up incredibly bandaged up in the hospital, completely wrapped and skin soothed by sticks of butter. And while she was in there in her very stiff wrapping of an entire body cast, she was thinking to herself in her mind, why do I do this all? It's for the love of the game. It's for the love of the ball. That's what it reminds me of. Life. It just keeps going round and round, like how Sylvia hits it and it twirls through the sky. That's what I am. A ball flying high through the sky. Even though I'm trapped on this bed, I will soon go. And I need to stay away from electricity. But also, I want to get back to my locker because all my clothes are in there. Oh my God, I wish I was that ball.
Now,
And then and then the montage changes to her getting out of the cask, and now she is working out at the gym, and she is on the treadmill, and she is practicing her catching. She is learning how to juggle. She is doing everything that she can to be able to always catch that ball, keeping her eye on the ball, being one with the claw. So much so that the next time she comes in, not only is she about 25% more muscle mass, but
that's such an insane statistic. Keep going.
She has voluntarily amputated her right arm from the elbow up to be her claw.
Now, typically, this says here, remind someone why they love baseball. I would like to phrase this that you are reminding yourself why you love baseball.
Yes.
Would you like to use an automatic success, or would you like to push your luck?
I'll use an automatic success because we gotta use
it better.
Who would you like to pick to describe the success? Because this is insane to me.
Sylvia, you do it since you were quoted in main motivation.
You come in with your new arm, your new beautiful claw arm, and you're so buff. 25% muscle mass is so much, y'all.
It's so much. Do you understand how much physically your body would have to change for that, Green?
Captain America's super soldier claw.
Truly, like,
you think I'm sitting in the realm of reality here? No.
So yes, the claw is basically your superhero name now. Or supervillain, perhaps, depending on how you go, because everything is in front of you now. You've created a new character. You are the claw now, and there is no stopping the claw.
No stopping the claw, indeed. The camera will pivot. Sylvia, you just had an impressive run against the Tube Sox.
Yeah.
You quite honestly might have scared a pitcher into retiring early.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Sylvia's doing now?
Well, it was great winning the game and all, but Sylvia's had problems in her personal life. She's been doing the local grilled cheese sandwich competition for years, and she keeps getting like the special notification, like they give her a pat on the back is what it is. And they tell her that it's because she changes out the cheese for sauteed lobster meat. But that is a silly thing because this is Maine and this is what we do here. So anyway, so she's feeling a little down is what I'm saying. And so she's coming to Babs and saying, Coach, I'm feeling down. I'm feeling low. And I think we need an inspiring coach speech to win this game. That's what the movies tell me, is that the inspiring coach speech will win the game. And we need it. We need it, Babs.
Babs seemingly has, if you could believe it, one of your grilled cheeses in her hand, just casually eating it as you are coming to her, heart and soul open. In your playbook, it says you can never use your words instead of your fists.
Not without consequences.
Not without consequences. What do you think are the consequences of these actions in front of Babs?
I think maybe Babs isn't looking at Sylvia the same way anymore. I think maybe now that she's shown the deeper side of her, the vulnerable part, maybe she seems like a wimp.
Sylvia, I'm going to be honest with you. I will always give my inspiring speech before the game starts, but I also need to make sure you have what it takes to keep it together. Because without your arm, without that fucking bat that keeps humming at me wrong, I'm warning you, that shit gives me the fucking freaks. We need you to be hitting those home runs. We need you to keep it together so that the girls can all band together and win these games. I need to make sure you're on it.
My father gave me that bat. He carved it from a
Sacred oak.
Whoa.
Oh, your voice did that thing again. That's okay. It throws me off every single time. Listen, Sylvia, I know you're one of the more seasoned vets on this team. I trust you and I believe in you. I need to make sure you still got that fire. You still got that fucking anger deep inside you. I saw what you did to Bill out in the fucking parking lot. Can you do it again?
Yeah.
Atta girl. She gives you a nice firm grip pat on the shoulder as you exit her office. How do you think Sylvia's feeling right now?
I think that was Sylvia's personal coach speech, so she's feeling good.
All right. And we are going to pivot the camera over back to Cynthia. You did a fantastic job. The series win was a highlight for you and possibly some of your best work as a catcher in recent memory. How do you think Cynthia's faring right now?
I'm faring okay. Okay. I did good work as a catcher, but that's not what matters. I had an epiphany. We need butts in the seats. We got the claw. I see a rags to riches story. So, I just assume Maria will say yes. I didn't even ask because I just know that Maria will do anything for the team, but I created a TikTok account. And I've been filming. When she was in the hospital, I was filming her recovery. When she was lifting weights, I was filming her at the gym. I've been following her around with my camera and posting it all on the internet. And I have been getting followers. And I just know this is gonna This is gonna be it for us. All thanks to the claw. She went from cleaning our shoes to being our star. The claw is the lobster.
The claw is the lobster.
The claw is the lobster.
So I believe you're making art that you think is worth showing others.
Absolutely.
Would you like to use your automatic success, or would you like to push your luck?
Oh. I'd like to push my luck.
All right, roll me 3d6.
I got a 5.
Incredible. Who would you like to describe this narrative success?
Let's go Spiny.
Oh, wow. All right. I think that there's a new rollout of not a mascot. We don't want to put the claw into like a mascot position. They are part of the team. They are on the team. They are the powerhouse of the cell. However, they are now kind of like the face, where that was not like Spiny's job, but like Spiny's thing was to get the crowd excited to be there. So it's never been beyond the stadium. So Spiny's really excited to have someone to pump up, because Spiny gets to do what Spiny's always wanted to do. Hype man. So I think there is, as soon as Spiny gets shown this TikTok account, goes to Big Red, goes to Sylvia, and is like, all right, I'm going to need your help, but mostly I got this. I'm just going to kind of help out in the back here, and I'm going to fund some little, don't even worry about it. I think there is a steady incline of growth for the claw on social media. I think it starts with a niche community of like one like viral video that just kind of did better than others and that people really, really gravitated towards. And then Cynthia posts an actual like not interview, but talking to Maria, where it's why did you do this? This is such an extreme change. What do you love about baseball? And people get a peek behind the curtain in the sense of seeing who Maria is, not the claw. And that's when people start actually forming ranks behind Maria as a support system, as a community, as people who aren't memeing her, as people who are learning to love baseball because it now means strong, inclusive dedication, because it means never giving up, because it means if you try enough, you can. And I think there is maybe not a revolution, but I do think there is a real community that starts to form around Maria whose love and appreciation and support bleeds out to the rest of the team of the Maine Lobsters. I think Maria opens her door one day after one of the videos goes particularly viral and sees a bunch of different gifts in the hallway, like lobster roll bouquets and big lobster stuffies and different like fan art just of Maria, like just with the claw and before the claw, and those people who take inspiration. And I think hopefully Maria gets to feel more than just part of a team, more like part of a community beyond it.
Incredible. And as we pull out of this scene, we finally focus back on Spiny. You just had coming off an impressive win against the Tube Sox.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. Coming off of what many in the Sports Illustrated, ESPN, whatever the fuck company is highlighting this league right now, cannot stop talking about Spiny's backflips all over the bases. What do you think she's up to right now in between series?
I think I have also had an apostrophe. I'm not as smart as Cynthia, but I too have felt two little neurons connect tendrils in my brain. And it's not just about me. It's about all you guys together and me, which I guess can be shortened to us. And I think Spiny wants to go on a local, like once we get back home from this very impressive win, wants to go on a local like kind of outreach of let's go teach kids how to play baseball and give them discounted tickets to their parents to like come to the games. Let's go to local sports bars and teach them how to throw. Let's go to different, like I think Spiny wants to actually, once she sees what happens with Maria, I think she's no longer interested in spectacle for spectacle's sake. I think she's now interested in spectacle for community's sake. And so she wants to go around and get the local Maine community in together for the lobster's sake. She is trying to convince Sylvia and Big Red and the Claw to come out with her. And I think this particular like camera pans into teaching a bunch of like middle school girls how to throw and hit the ball as hard as possible and be on a team, but like play hard, like really, really hard, like encourage them to like slide, but safely, like get encourage them to get dirty, but be, sport players, not assholes. And I think in particular, before, like while they're taking those paper bag brown lunches, before we finish up this little day, I think she gathers the team and is like, all right, don't get too mushy on me, but I did prepare a little something to say because this means a lot to me, actually. This surprise, it's my home school. This was my first Little League baseball team. They don't know that. Don't tell them. I swear to God, do not tell them. Anyway, just want to really thank you guys for coming out here. It means the world to me because, Sylvia, I know you don't always feel okay to talk to me, but I feel in awe of you. The way you think my light is too much. I'm intrigued by your shadows. I think you bring a depth to baseball that is lacking. And some of us, who all they can do is shine the spotlight, and we ain't bringing no shadows, you know what I mean? And I just love watching what you do. And Big Red, kind of because of you, I was able to see Sylvia. I didn't know that there was like art in all this. And I felt really moved on the field multiple times because of things you've talked to me about. So I just really appreciate you. And Maria, what? You're like the freaking Terminator of baseball now. You were a fan of us and you've turned me into a fan of you. And being here is the honor of my lifetime, and it's better than the Olympics. So, not that I ever got to go. I love you guys. So don't screw it up at this game.
Of course. Love you guys too. You really brought me out of my shell.
Oh,
Yeah. I know that you have a really hard carapace, but under there, you're all soft, buttery.
So I believe in your playbook, you can always charm someone.
That is what I'm trying to do.
And I feel that you have successfully charmed the rest of the team. If you would like to describe how you narratively accomplished to do so.
Yes, I think that in true montage formation, like scene by scene, no matter where we're at, whether it's like lemonade stand, whether it's like historic downtown float parade that we've made ourselves and is really bad. It's like dripping butter instead of oil as it goes down. Like all the montage clips of us doing these bonding bits, you can also see like the training stats that Babs is keeping track of, they're going up. Like the more time we spend together, the more we understand each other, the more like we're doing things together and
matching each other's frequency and rhythm, the better we're getting as a team statistically. And I think the statistic parts are stuff we don't see, but Babs is like slowly that weird, like approving nod you get in those montages, like, yeah. Dash. Those strange moments of silent approval. I think Babs is doing that for us.
Incredible. And as we close out of the scene in the second round, we are going to allow the crowd to have their 7th inning stretch, fill up your waters, get your popcorn, do what you need to do. We are going to go on a short 10-minute break, and we will be right back going into the second round game. Claws up. Donate money. Make these people improv. Make weird shit happen during the game. Let them automatically succeed. I don't care. Donate to trans people. We need it. And welcome back to Streaming Rainbow. We are playing Ball Game by Finch-Edmund. Link to the game is in the chat. If you are loving what everyone is doing right now, please go buy it. So show support to Finch-Edmund. They're a fantastic game creator, and I truly am so grateful to have this game in my library and to get to play it again with such fantastic people. Donate if you haven't already. If you can, most importantly, $10 gives any of these players an automatic success. $20 lets me do a fun roll on a chaos table, which I will do shortly. And every $50 we raise, these people get to do some really silly improv again. And wouldn't it be fantastic if we got to do it again?
Sorry, Mags, to interrupt you, but we just got a $60 donation from Banancano. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I believe you are. Thank you so much. Claws up for the donation, guys.
So they say that they demand improv and trans equality.
Incredible. Taz, can you put what they purchased for in the side chat for me so I have it on my record? If you can see it. I mean, if not, I'll figure it out. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll go from there. Anyway, if you are new to the stream, hi, hello, again, Ball Game. It's a great game. We are about to go into our second game series, and would you guys words. Oh my god, my brain's so fried. We are going into about mid-season. It's about August. Games are, again, starting to get a bit more high profile, a lot more important. And this series, you guys are going to be playing against a team that I have reskinned for the purpose, the Florida Woman, if you will. Would you guys like this to be a home game, or would you guys like to make this an away game?
How many more games we got?
2. One more after this. So
we did an away game last time. Why don't we do a home game this time?
Yeah.
Especially, we're all in our community feels.
Yeah. It's time.
So how would you guys like to describe what I have been dubbing in my head the tank?
Oh my god. I love that.
I'm gagged.
I thought it was perfect.
Well, man, my accent is so bad. Well, first.
You got it.
For status.
Okay, that's much better.
We got you. Teamwork.
I think we're in Maine, so I think we have food trucks all around the stadium, and we're selling lobster rolls and blueberry pie. And I think the whole stadium smells like butter and blueberries.
Ooh, the best.
To keep in the tank theme, what if we actually had a fish tank that was the walls of this stadium? Yes. Bulletproof glass, obviously, to make sure we're not like hitting balls through the glass. And also for security reasons, because we're all just so famous now.
Incredible. Thank you, Green.
I love it. Can we also have a butter fountain? Like butter fondue? Like you can come by and dip your own buttery goods into the butter fountain.
There's like guys wearing backpacks that have like butter spray.
Like some people use like garlic sticks, some people use lobster bits, some people, there's so much that butter can just accentuate, and it's just a big old butter fountain with like a really nice statuesque. It's giving Roman Greek statues. It's just our team, but like around the fountain of butter.
And then of course there's the mascots. So realistic, those mascot costumes. It just looks and sounds and feels like these are actual giant lobsters crawling around the field. But obviously, they're actually people in suits. I mean, right?
I have
Obviously.
an idea for the cheerleading team.
Oh God.
So their uniforms are not regular cheerleading uniforms, but instead they're like Iron Man-esque shell suits. And they,
Carapaces.
yeah.
Mhm.
Go
And
on. Keep going, Green.
the way it goes is that they'll come out like in a ceremonial cult like throat singing song into the middle of the field with cloaks on, and then they'll take their cloaks off and be in their shell suits and then start doing the most like Magic Mike-esque ask shit you've ever seen to exclusively Britney Spears.
The lobster
not be romantic about
mobsters.
baseball?
The
The
toxic.
lobster mobsters.
Lobstick.
Incredible.
Lobsticks.
Before
I
I continue
also-
into, keep going.
Sorry,
keep going,
one more
Taz.
thing. I
Go.
also think there's big screen TVs all over the place that's just showing the Claus story on repeat.
Mhm.
Amazing. So before we get into the specific part of the game where I ask you guys to each describe what you are doing against the Florida woman, it seems one of the Chaos Table events that I got to roll on, because I'm going to roll 2 this one, the umpire did not show up today. So someone from the crowd needs to step in.
From the crowd.
From the crowd.
Luckily, we just built a lot of local favor.
Mhm.
And I think that local favorite's gonna pay off. Spiny, I think one of those young girls that you guys bonded with and created a solid relationship gets picked out from the audience to be the guest umpire for today.
I love that.
Green, where did you get that?
So I'm really short.
I just noticed you had that. Have you had that the entire night?
No, I just got it during the break.
That's incredible. I love that. Anyway, who would like to kick off this game against the Florida woman?
Don't make me
Start rolling.
sing. Oh, don't make me sing. Okay, fine. I'll sing. As you, I think if it's, especially if the umpire is one of the girls from her home school, I do think when they pick this audience member to come down, Spiny gives like a little jog over just to give like a, congratulations. But she locks eyes with her and goes, just like we practiced. Don't let me down. You got this. And is gonna run away. Because it is, hey, this is one of the kids that she taught her razzle dazzle moves. Like, no one knows Spiny's throws unless she's taught them to you. And so this is really, really perfect. This is one of those drills that they ran in that training outreach. So she'll do a oh god, yeah, I think she'll do one of those fan kicks where it's kind of like woof, and it looks like it takes your body all the way around so that hopefully whoever's at bat gets a little confused, and while she's in that fan kick, she's gonna call out one of the names of this particular throw that she had taught them in training. I don't know, let's call it bubblegum brats, and she just shouts it at the top of her lungs so she knows a bubblegum brats is coming as she sends
Now,
it
I
flying.
believe this feels like you're commanding attention again.
Oh gosh, I suppose I can't help it. I suppose I'm a shining star.
Would you like to automatically succeed on this? You still have 2 more, I believe. Or would you like to push your luck and roll 3d6?
You know what? I would love to automatically succeed. Not for me, Mags. Stop looking at me like that. Not for me at all. But for the kids, Mags. It's the kids that are here. They
Doing it for the
really need
kids.
this one.
Who would you like to choose to narrate your automatic success?
I think I would like Maria to do it.
Okay. So, I think the way it works is that we're down there on the green. We're out of luck. Our empire's gone. And the people in the seats are like, what are they going to do? What's going to happen? Our story is playing. And then comes the section where it's all the kids coming to the field and us training them in that short little montage with whatever song was in the Field of Dreams. And when that happens, a number of the girls stand up in the seats, kind of like, oh, Captain, my Captain. And one of them finally walks down and meets Spiny face to face. You give a rousing speech to this girl in front of everyone and hand her the umpire helmet and say, you've earned this. Kid, you know what to do. And it's such a touching moment that it's going to eventually be in the movie that is your autobiography.
Wow. A league of just for me.
League of my own.
League of my
All of
own.
this.
A league for no one else.
It's my party, so I can cry in baseball if I want to.
In between all this, I'm gonna say the second Chaos Table event for this night, for this specific scene, triggers. A cat runs onto the field and refuses to leave no matter how hard you try to reason with it. So have fun dealing with that. Who'd like to go next?
I had an idea. And would you implore me with this? I would like to call out a rule regulation for someone on the Florida women team and then do an enemies to lover arc within a span of a few minutes.
Roll me 3d6 and we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
I'm
My
not gonna
camera
let
is
you
out.
automatically succeed on this one, Green. Roll for it.
Come on. I got 1-4.
So that is a success. Now, if you would implore me, I will set the stage.
Mhm.
You see in the dugout this shorter petite woman, Midge. She looks about 50 to 60. A lot of the Florida women on this team are 55 and older. Notoriously, their baseball stadium is not much of a stadium. It's the residential baseball field in their 55 and up community up in the Keys. They do really good maintenance on the lawn, but it's not quite as fancy as most other stadiums. And she's been mean mugging you this whole time, trying to get you to falter. She's been eyeing up that claw, and you don't know if it's a flirt stare or if it's a fight stare. And I would like you to choose who gets to describe your narrative success.
Let's, you know what? This is going to be a real romantic moment, and there's a story to be told, so we're going to give it to Cynthia.
Man, this woman in the dugout, she's been looking at you all night. And you notice, you can feel it. You can feel the heat of her stare surrounding your body. She's not taking her eyes off of you. And in between innings, you go up to her and you're angry. Why are you staring at me? What are you looking at? You're not looking at my beautiful job on the field? You looking at me instead? What's wrong with you? She gets right up close, right up personal. Your noses are touching. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. Maria, what are you going to do about it?
Well, according to Rule Regulation 4562169666694, you're not supposed to be staring at another player on the opposite team for longer than 5 minutes at a singular time when you're on third base.
She's going to poke your shoulder. Well, according to 3.699666699996999, I can stare at you if you're staring at me back. And you haven't taken your eyes off of me ever since I put mine on you.
Why
are you looking at me? Do you like
Why
what
are
you
looking
see?
at me?
Do you like what you see?
I can't say I don't.
I can't say I don't.
I do enjoy a woman who looks like they have experience.
Oh, I've got experience. I've been around the field. I've been around the field many times.
I'm still fairly new. Could you teach me a few things?
I can teach you how to hit a home run.
I'm more of a catcher.
You want to catch me?
How about I catch you after this game?
She's gonna take your arm. She's gonna wipe the makeup that is lining her cheeks, and with that, write down her Instagram handle on your arm.
Incredible. I can't believe I'm just sitting here and I get to facilitate this shit.
She's gonna turn. She's gonna do one of those like baseball player spits on the ground, like behind her. Look back at you, wink, and walk back into the dugout.
And she's like, I'll slide into your base later and get back to her position on the outfield.
Okay, with a love connection made on the field and an inspiring connection made on the field, Cynthia and Sylvia, what are you two up to during this game against the Florida women?
Well, Sylvia has seen the Florida women. They're not respecting our new umpire. They're giving in looks to the kid, and you know the kind of looks that the Florida women give. It's
the type of get off my lawn shit. I know I know the type.
They don't respect the kid. They don't give that kid the respect, and that makes Sylvia so angry because this kid has earned this place on the field, and so
Sylvia,
she is
you
going
gonna let
to.
your emotions get you.
Yeah, I think she is.
And how would you like to describe how your emotions take over you in this moment?
I think that Sylvia is running to our new umpire. Did we give her a name? No, I don't think we give her a name.
I feel Becky is appropriate. Becky's a good little like spunky tween name.
Good. All right. So she's running and says, Becky, I have to tell you that if any of these,
Yeah,
and then she says a word. She says a word that that she probably shouldn't say around a young person. When all of these say things to you, if they try anything, you tell me, you show me, and I'll make sure.
No relation. You said a lot of big adult words right there. I'm not exactly sure my parents could approve of that kind of PG-13 language. Maybe even R-rated language.
Well, that's okay, honey, because if your parents have a problem with it, then your parents have a problem with me, and you can tell them that.
Okay. And you just see like the light in her eyes spark up after being just completely motivated by Spiny. Now she has like the gumption and the spine from Sylvia and all of this courage in her.
Mm-hmm. That's all she needed the whole time.
All she needed. Cynthia, what do you think you are doing during this game against the Florida women?
I think I'm doing a lot of muttering under my breath when they're at the plate. I wouldn't wear those shoes with that uniform. I wouldn't hold my bat on my shoulder like that. You're going to wear your hat backwards? You're not going to let the fans see your logo? Okay, that's a choice. And just keep just saying things to myself that they can definitely hear.
Now, I believe you're criticizing someone else's art to help them improve, or, in your case, throw them off.
That might be what I'm doing.
I believe you have one more automatic success banked up. Would you like to use that, or would you like to push your luck and roll 3d6?
We got one more game, so I'm going to push my luck.
Roll 3d6, baby.
And I got a 5 and a 4.
Incredible. Who would you like to pick to describe your narrative success in this moment?
Who hasn't done a description in a while? Say Sylvia? Sylvia!
Works for me. Let's see. So my brain has just blanked completely. I just want to be clear and open about this.
I'm just behind home plate and I'm muttering criticisms under my breath. Their shoes don't match. Their hats are on backwards. They don't look the part. They're not playing the part. And I'm letting them know to myself.
You tell them sometimes. You gotta tell those old biddies, hey, you're doing it wrong. They love that.
Yeah, and they don't care for it, to be honest, but every time they pass by and can just hear the little muttering, you start to see a little slump. Just a little slump to their posture. Every time one goes by, they're running. Maybe you're at a base and they're running by and they hear your little muttering. Yeah, your shoes don't fit. You're not shined them. You're not gone. And they just start to stumble a little bit. And I think you're making a real difference to this other team. These Florida women, they do not have a chance anymore. Not now that you are downing their esteem.
All right. And with that, I forgot to ask before we got to go into this game scene. Did you guys want to sacrifice your lobster now? Or did you want to wait for the final game? It's a smart choice. I would like everyone to roll me 1d6, please. And tell me what you get. That's a 3.
6.
4, 6. That is a successful game. The Florida women fall to the Maine Lobsters in a heated contention. You've got emotional connections. You've got stare downs, flirtation, threats all around. It's a typical evening at a Florida women Lobsters game. And during that moment, we had Raiders from Don't Kill My Character. Hi, hello, friends. We are playing ball game. We are raising money for trans equality. If you donate $10 to any of these fantastic players, they get an automatic success. As you have seen, that's a really fun thing to do at this table. If you donate $20, you get to trigger a Chaos Table event, which also did a lot of fun things, except no one really paid much attention to that cat, but who cares? They're a cat. And every $50 raised, which you are about to go right into, baby, we are doing 1 minute of ad sponsorships. So before we go into the final player scenes, you guys are in the locker room. Babs comes back in with 2 cases of M14 or whatever the fuck I called it earlier.
15.
You ladies have done such a good job in promoting this, in getting this team where we need to be. We are this close away from clinching that playoff run. They need you to do one more sponsorship for the road so we can get the better equipment so we can win these fucking games. I'm gonna trigger you guys off. Count of 3. You guys got 1 minute this time. 3, 2, go.
New Old Bay flavored M15. It is, well, yeah.
With an easy to grip can, anyone can enjoy a nice cold beverage in their claws.
Next time you're cracking shells, you don't want to get your hands messy on your glasses. You just grab one of these babies, pop it right open. Goes down easy.
If you don't want to be homophobic this Pride, buy M15.
Backflip.
And I think I'm going to take the can and just like pour it on myself.
Oh, that's a good idea.
6
You don't have to
seconds.
drink it that way.
3. All right, everyone, roll me 3d6.
6.
I got a 6.
I kid you not. Every time we've only rolled 1, I've gotten a 6. That's another 6.
Incredible. Even with 1 failure, that's still a success, and the lobsters maintain their sponsorship through M15. Now here we are. We are going into the heat of it. You guys have managed to turn ship around. People are coming back to Lobsters games in full force, and you are days away in the final prep for your last series for that World Series run. After a very contentious season full of ups, downs, rivalries, love, connection, all of that shit. I'm going to start with Sylvia. Sylvia, how do you think you are faring now that you are inches away from winning that World Series Cup?
Oh, Sylvia's so excited. And she's doing her best to hide it and sort of embracing embracing a new sort of relationship with the fans and trying to put herself out there. You know, she's been this dark figure in the shadows for so long. Now she's making connections with people. She is putting herself out there. She is trying to be a positive force on the game. And that's not easy for her because she's secretly an ancient creature from some strange realm. But she's trying to be good.
One of them.
Yeah, some realm. Nobody knows.
Not important.
So she's sharpening her people skills. You got to have people skills when you're a ball player.
You gotta have people skills.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you feel you are working on your people skills right at this moment?
Well, the best way that Sylvia knows to get to know people is to fight them. So she's getting a lot of fights.
All right. So you can always hit something, let your emotions take over, or be smug. Or if you want, you can sometimes get into a fight and win. How do you think Sylvia's going about this?
Oh, Sylvia is definitely getting into fights and winning, but
yeah.
she's winning in a more moral sense, and she's learned something from this. It's a moral victory.
Now you still have some automatic successes banked left. Would you like to use that, or would you like to roll the 3d6 and see how this works out for you?
3d6, baby.
Go for it, Sarah.
Got a 6, got a 4.
Who do you think is watching Sylvia in this exact moment truly using her words for once to fight instead of using her fists, which should have been you can never, but I'll allow it.
I'm sure there'll be consequences somehow. I think this is seen by Maria.
I think Maria always has her eyes on the team, being such a fan of the girls herself. And she watches Sarah, you having Sylvia go off, talk to people. And I think the way it works is that Sylvia starts approaching other people in the tank. And at first, it's that stare where it's like, you already know what's about to happen. It's just a matter of time. And then the headlock. And then the backflip. And then finally, somebody puts you in an arm brace. And the respect is there. And you realize that sometimes words aren't always necessary to make a connection. And that true friendship and relationships come from being your true self.
Truer words were never spoken.
Mhm.
All right. Moving on, we have Cynthia. You had a hell of a game. You managed to get some people off. You have successfully, all through the season, have managed to shit talk your way to getting your team to the World Series. Surely that's got to make you feel good.
I have a vision. And listen, we've been climbing, we've been going up, up, up. We're on our way to the top. And it sounds nice in theory, but that's not exactly how movies work. So next time you see Cynthia, you're going to see her in the locker room. She's going to throw her glove on the ground. I can't do it anymore. I don't think I got it in me. I don't think I can do it anymore.
You're lying.
Say it
No.
ain't so.
Big Red.
I think that was it. I think that was the climax. I don't think we're going to get any better.
I think Spiny takes 3 strides up, like very fast strides up to Big Red, does one of those towel spinny things, and thwacks Big Red on the hip, and goes, "Now you better shove a corn dog down your throat talking like that. You open up the world of baseball to me. You show me art exists in sport. And you say one measly victory is our apex? What kind of Picasso are you? What kind of Van Gogh would just get up and go?
I've painted the Sorry Night. What comes after?
You
What comes
ain't
after
painted
that?
nothing yet. We got games to win. And we can't win them without the vision of our best mind. You are our artist.
Big Red, you don't do it for the wins. You don't do it because people come to see us. You do it for the love of the game. You know you do. It's in your heart. You have so many colors in your back pocket that you still haven't even touched yet.
You're right. I need to start mixing my palette again.
Look, you painted Starry Night, but there's so many sunflowers.
Okay.
Monet and shit. Van
Okay,
Gogh.
I
And
know Monet.
also Banksy.
Yeah,
I can Banksy. I can Banksy.
You can bank ski.
you can.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Anytime. Come in for a big hug.
Coming
All
in
of
for
you.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I feel that was you crying at something beautiful because you almost
That was
made
me
fucking
crying at
cry
something beautiful.
Something beautiful. And I truly, that whole scene, I'm gonna chalk that up as your success. A team as a united front going into this most stressful series of their career, possibly coming together and supporting each other through the tough shit. As we pan out of that beautiful group hug, we pivot back to Spiny. The pressure's on. World Series is on the line. How do you think you're handling that?
Coach, you ever heard of a little shindig called the Olympics?
Have I ever heard of the Olympics, babe?
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, by the way. I'm so sorry I said that.
That was so funny.
I do think Spiny is handling it exceptionally well because of that, though. Like being brought up to think you'll be an Olympian and then never being an Olympian. You know, like thinking you'll have to deal with that level of pressure and ending up in like the mid leagues. Oh, she's coasting. I think Spiny is thriving in the way that aquatic plants do when they've just been on land for their whole life. Like suddenly they're actually thriving on a sense of people rooting for them, on a sense of it's not all about like how many points they score, it's about how much the community loves them. It's not about how well they personally do or train or shine, it's about how well the team works together. So I think Spiny in preparation. Yikes. No? Yes? Question mark? I think Spiny would attempt to do one of those what are they called? Like when you bring the whole community into an event on purpose through social media. Like it's like an online blast. You send it out to a bunch of people. You're like, hey, we're having this one big thing. We need everyone who cares
like
to
a
show
pop-up
up.
event.
Yeah, kind of like a
flash mob,
pop-up.
but that's kind of wrong.
But it's us. Like that's what I mean. Like it's
Could
not
be
a
a flash
pop-up
mob.
per se, because it's a game. It's a lobsters game. Anyone could come at any time. But this feels different. I think Spiny is on purpose trying to prep Big Red for the ridiculously convoluted thieves' cant style of telecommunicating which pitch she's going to throw beforehand. I think she's working with Sylvia and spending time with Sylvia on presence, because gravitas is something that she doesn't have. She has a lot of razzle dazzle, but that like gravitas, that isn't Spidey. That's very much Sylvia. So she's trying to incorporate more. I think Maria, she's constantly throwing. I think she's pitching like crazy against Maria and trying her best to perfect some things. So I think she also at this time, you see her with a backpack, and whenever she like turns to throw, you can see a cat from back there because she absolutely adopted the cat. What do you mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
There was a loose cat? Yeah. So that's we'll call him Lil Ump. So Lil Ump is the orange tabby cat that lives on the back of her cat sack. And Lil Ump is there the whole time, just by the way. You know, it's not a rap name. Don't ask that, Mag. Stop. Cut it out.
I'm not
Mag.
asking.
The fact that you keep asking that is crazy. It's not a rap name. He's
stop
not
asking,
releasing an
goddamn.
EP. Mags, cut it out, Mags.
Oh my
He's
God,
not
you
gonna
come out
drop
with
the
a Lil
album
something,
just because you keep
There's
asking.
too many Lils in the rap game right now. I'm sorry for asking for a clarifier.
Yeah, that's what Spidey's doing. I think she's taking the individual lessons that she's learned and gained and applying them bit by bit by bit as they get closer and closer to the game. With Lil Ump on her back.
With Lil Ump on your back.
Can we remix My Humps to be Lil Ump?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So that he has a walkout song? It's not fair if he doesn't have a walkout song.
So I feel fairly. Meta, would you say that Spiny is thinking out loud, or is she quiet to observe right now?
No, this is totally her out loud because she's
Gotcha.
on purpose going, no, get Lil Ump in the picture. Like it's very much like turning her backpack and her like pitching new video ideas to get more people to come. It's her working with Sylvia on purpose and being very upfront about what she thinks gravitas is and being open to hearing what it's not. You know, I think she's actively trying.
I have one more very important question for this scene before we go into how you describe your success. Does Lil Ump have a hat?
I think Lil Ump has a mask, like a Lil Ump mask. Like it's not muzzle, but it is like Ump mask on the whole face.
Amazing. So how would you like to describe your narrative success in this scene?
Oh geez Louise. I think Spiny operates in montage. So it is one scene per team member, including our lovely coach, just making sure that everyone has a moment where they're helping Spiny be a better version of Spiny. No less shiny, no less sparkly, no less dramatic, just expanding on her repertoire, helping the team be stronger because she's being more of the team. And I think it's just scene and scene of her learning from others that she respects genuinely, and also falling in love with the love of her life, Lil Ump, the tiniest, fattest cat on the planet.
Love him. And so, last but not least, we move back to the myth, the legend, the backbone of the lobsters, it would seem. Maria, this is what you possibly could have ever dreamed of. You are a part of a winning team with fantastic players, with a fantastic community at your back, rooting for you at all times. How are you prepping for the World Series?
She's definitely been overwhelmed, to say the least. I mean, the fan has gotten fans. This is something that she would never gotten out of her wildest dreams, is to live in the shoes of the people that she admires so much. She feels like it's not real, like she's floating in the sky, you know? That she could die tomorrow and be happy. But she's got a game to win. And the most important thing to her is to be there for her team, because she can't let them down. So what she's doing to prepare for her lovely series finale game is probably she's making sure that her arm's in tip-top shape. She's increasing her muscle mass another 10%. She is also making sure to get butts in seats. Thanks to Cynthia, she has this responsibility with her fame. And so she's going out and making sure that that stadium that they play in is going to be packed. Packed like the Olympics, like what Spiny said. And the packed so much so with souls for us to give to our lobster god that we would never lose another game again. Because that's what it's all about, guys, is the sacrificial soup that we put together with the souls of the fans for our God. So she is out on a press tour. She is doing everything that she can. She's on frickin' Seth Meyers, as much as she hates that guy, and doing her best to put on a big smile and advocate for her team.
So I'm gonna say, you're talking about baseball outside of a game.
Yes.
100%. You are also expressing your gratitude through all of this. I'm going to say you're very successful in all of this. You are gathering the press that you need. You are getting the public side. You are swaying public opinion to the side of the Lobsters, getting all this momentum for this big World Series tournament that is impending, days away. Now, before we go into this final game, which I will remind you is the World Series, I am going to assume you guys want to sacrifice this lobster. Because if you win this game, you win the championship. And if you win the championship, you save the lobsters from folding.
The sacrifice draws nigh.
What
What
no
does
relation
sacrificing the
said.
lobster mean? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really understood what it means this whole time.
The lobster is all of us, Big Red.
So you want
No.
us to sacrifice ourselves?
No, not really. I meant like in a metaphorical sense, like spiritually. You know how like Jesus is all of whatever. I don't believe in Jesus.
So should we put the lobster on a cross? What
No.
Could do that.
okay. So what do you
Right.
mean by sacrifice the lobster?
We put it
What
in
do
a
you
big
think,
pot of boiling
Betty?
water. Right?
And it helps
Yeah.
us win. It's like a ritual to win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed win.
It's all in our bylines that were placed together back in 200 BC.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense to me.
All right, so I'll set the preparations. I gotta get about 2 gallons of Old Bay, 5 sprigs of rosemary. I'll get the grocery list together.
I think McCormick and Schmick was thinking about sponsoring us.
Mm-hmm.
So they can
Oh.
probably help us out with the Old Bay.
Do you think it would be bad if we put M15 in the pot?
Nah, go on, do it.
M15, it's good for everything.
That's right.
True.
It's what plants crave.
It's what plants crave.
And so the crustaceans.
Best crustaceans in all the nations.
Everything returns to
Lobsters.
crab at the end.
All right, so you gather your ingredients, you gather your Old Bay, you pour an obscene amount of M15 on the boiling lobster pot, and for some fucking reason, there's an M15 logo on the side of the pot as well. Wonder how that got there.
And don't forget the
Um,
butter.
Do not forget the butter. And maybe with a splash of that really weird, extraterrestrial, otherworldly, scary shit that Sylvia's got going on right now.
Put it in the basket.
No, that's just Old Bay.
That's what Old Bay is? Holy shit,
Yeah.
I never thought about that. You guys successfully sacrifice this lobster. Now we are going to go normally into this game round. I believe it is you guys up against the underworld pomegranates. They have been absolutely cleaning house all along the way, tricking other team members into accepting gifts, accepting fruits maybe, and selling their souls away to forever being an underworld pomegranate. How would you guys like to approach this game scene?
Ooh.
I kind of feel like these guys are stealing our shtick here. Can we sue them for copyright infringement?
Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe that's how we win. Maybe we sue the pants off of them, and then they can't play ball anymore.
Would you like to call out a rule violation there, Maria?
Well, it is part of my playbook.
I believe you have one more automatic success left in the bank if you would like to use it, or if you would like to push your luck and do 3d6.
Let's do the automatic success. I gotta use those resources while I have them.
All right. Who would you like to narrate this success on your end?
Let's go with Sylvia.
All right. Well,
We're suing them.
hmm?
Suing them mid-game.
Yeah. You know, the fact that they've taken our shtick is something that I think the judge is going to rule in favor of. Because the judge in our home state of Maine is, of course, a big proponent of the crustacean lords that rule our very waking and living. And so as we find ourselves in the courtroom, the sports courtroom, because it's sports court,
Sports court.
Sports
the
court.
judge,
Gotta uphold
yeah.
the sports court.
yeah, the judge in his sports robes smashes his gavel down. The gavel is a small baseball bat, and declares that our shtick has been, in fact, I thought I had a good phrase for that, but no, it's been bamboozled, is what it's been, and so they're not allowed to do it anymore. They got to stop. There's an induction. No, that's not the word.
Indictment?
Indictment. Sure. Let's say it's an indictment against them.
Law.
You have to announce after. Oop. Go ahead, Maria.
I just said law.
Law.
I do have to announce that we have hit $200 for raising money for trans equality. Thank you all so much at home. We have 3 chaos roll events for this game that I will get to in a moment, but we're going to interrupt this game for a good old round of ad sponsorship in the middle of the fucking field, in the middle of the World Series. How do you like that? Count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't always stop in the middle of the game to promote an energy drink, but when I do, it's for M15, baby. Drink him up.
You too can also go home with a giant vat of M15 as long as you commit to our all-powerful lobster god. Right? Woo!
That's right. The lobster god will save not only your eternal soul, but your sleep schedule with this vat of its energy drink. It's the only way you can buy it. Buy that. And we love that.
Now in butter flavor.
Confession? More like obsession. Don't tell your sins to the priest. Whisper them into this can. It's all the help you need.
All right. And that is our minute of the ad sponsorship. Roll me 3d6 if you all would be so kindly.
3.
Three.
Oh.
Okay. Those were all successes. Success.
All right.
Okay.
I did not
So
get
2 successes, 2 failures.
Yeah, I gotta fail.
I believe that still counts. I think it was 3 or more failures. You guys still... M15's not too happy, but you guys still managed to keep it.
It
Probably
was that last
until
bit about the confession.
negotiations
The
for...
Catholics not happy. Sorry. Should have left it
In
at
the
the
midst
flavor
of-
and butter.
In the midst of all of that, slight little trickles start coming down. And you can assume it's rain. It's Maine. New England gets kind of rainy during this time of year, but no, you feel your forehead a little bit. Why is it red? And why does it smell like pennies? Is it raining blood?
God is a woman.
God is a woman.
Oof.
Did we do the last sacrifice wrong, or
Oh no.
I don't
I
know? This
hate when this
hasn't happened since the last time we messed it up. Remember that time you drew the sigil for "bring forth" instead of "money, please"? That happened with the blood that time. It wasn't from the sky; it was from the eyes of the statue. But this is pretty close.
Are we sure this isn't pomegranate juice? I mean, I never had a pomegranate before. Maybe it tastes like blood.
Pomegranates don't smell like pennies.
They
This is what I
don't?
love about baseball. I always said it was a blood sport, but nobody believed me.
I
I
don't
put my
know
blood
how much
science
this
into
has
this.
to do with baseball.
They both
So
start
it
with a
is
little
raining
B.
blood. It is raining blood. You have challenged Claw Law and Sports Court in the middle of the World Series, all wrapped in with an ad sponsorship. Who wants to go next into what you do narratively to impact this game?
Is this our final game?
This is our final game, yes.
Dormammu, I have come to bargain.
I'm listening.
Wonderful. Your Honor, walk with me through exhibits A and only B. Those are the only two I have. Exhibit A, the children and local community outreach. Exhibit B,
Mhm.
Cynthia, Big Red, our artist. Is it possible that I could do something I'd like to call, which is not a move in this game, the big picture?
I was also
You're not going to
thinking-
explain what it is. Okay.
I just want to ask if I can do it first.
I mean, I'm not really one to enjoy surprises, but I trust you, Spiny.
The way you see the world is really beautiful. And I know you got a lot going on, and I know you're always looking at things and you're not really here. You're kind of like in the clouds, but the way you see things has really painted the world that I see in a different palette. And I think I could use it to help us. If you let
Okay.
me.
I'm listening.
Wonderful. I love when people are listening because I'm always talking. So you what? All right. Oh, okay. No, that's for a later time. Okay. So it's finally our home game. What if we get the whole community, not just the kids we taught, but everybody we reached out to over that wonderful montage that went seamlessly to the sands, to where they're holding up not only signs that are kind of like that flag wave, beautiful reveal style art, but also a little bit of antagonizing our opponents. What if we weaponize our new community without arming them? Because that's how I believe community should do.
I've
How
never
do you
seen
feel
this
about
side
that?
of you before. I like it.
I know it's something new. I'm going into my what do they call them in art? Movements. I'm going into my vengeance movement.
Okay. I like it. Yeah. I say if you see a big picture, go for it.
Wonderful. I'm calling it my crimson era. Here's what we're gonna do. And I want to call everyone that we've reached out to. I want to I don't know if I can do this, but I want to ensure that they buy tickets. If they can't buy tickets, I want to put part of my salary towards giving them tickets because I want to absolutely stack the stadium with our friends and neighbors. Like, I want to make sure that our support is so overwhelming. It's very hard to hear any opposition chanting, any boos, like anything like that. I want to rally the community we've made so far. And with Big Red in particular, I want to check in with the bubblegum brats so that Big Red knows that the super stunt pitch is about to come through, that we haven't practiced in a while because we haven't needed it.
I
So
think if you
I'm
don't
going to
mind, if you don't mind,
ahead, Taz.
Spiny, if I can collaborate with you,
Oh my god, we're gonna collab. Oh my
So
god,
I
like real
think
artists.
we are
Okay,
in the
yeah.
middle of the game right now, and the stadium's only half full, and we're trying to get our community members. So I think what we do is only half full, and we're trying to get our community members. So I think what we do is I think we go live.
Oh my god, we're going
I think
live.
we go live right now to our audience, and we
Oh my
invite
god, I've
them
never
right
been
now.
alive before.
So, pause. I'm gonna ask a roll from the both of you. I know
Gasp.
yeah. I'm gonna call a roll for the both of you. This feels like Cynthia is making art worth showing others by going live.
Ooh.
And this feels like Spiny is commanding attention with trying to get everyone in the community to come to this baseball game.
Always. Okay.
Now, I believe
So I
you
roll 3.
Is that right?
roll
We roll
3d6. I believe Spiny has one more automatic success left.
I will use it. This is important.
All right, so Spiny uses automatic success. Cynthia,
I got 2 4s and a 6.
Now, I believe it's only fair that Maria and Sylvia both describe how this goes down.
So I could, okay. Sarah, go back and forth with me on this. Here we go. All right, so Big Red does her live. It's everywhere. It's streaming on multiple platforms all at once because she's already got that shit set up. She's a professional, right? Locked in. And when she does that, she focuses on Spiny first to rally the troops, right? So then, like, what does Spiny do to succeed in that?
Absolutely, I'm gonna rally those troops. Absolutely, I'm rallying those. I think through not only through the live, but like to the crowd and stuff. I'm gonna ask for a megaphone, Your Honor. So once I take that megaphone, I'm going to.
You're
make
allowed. Take
a
one.
big
I don't give a fuck.
cheer.
There's no rules. You guys are gonna
Yeah,
win the
it's-
World Series anyway. Who cares?
And it's not even like a rousing speech. It's not like the halftime locker room shout. It is a call and response. And if you're drunk, it doesn't matter. You know the words. Like I'm gonna say this, you say this, and we're gonna say it louder than whatever's going on over there, type of thing. The feral, visceral sports chant.
Yes, it's a giant
penetrates.
chant. What do you think the
Yes.
chant is? Someone else.
I think it's not even English. I think that it's a eldritch chant from the depths of Rilliard that has come upon us.
And then I think also eventually the chant will start going and everybody comes in and it's like they come in droves to support us. And suddenly there's also a DJ booth that pops up in the back and Big Red hops up on there and starts remixing the chant to go with the live.
Incredible.
And then Spidey starts like doing some moves to the remix chant dance.
This is beautiful. This is why I picked this game specifically. I knew how this was gonna go down. Finally, that leaves you, Sylvia. Game's on the line. It's the final game of the series. What do you got left in your pocket?
We've packed this stadium with our supporters, with the people that we've made connections with in the community. We've got them chanting, we've got them riled, we've got their energy up. And so now Sylvia's going to make them angry. Sylvia's going to make them ready to just riot if those pomegranates do anything out of line. Our fans are going to be in the stand, standing up, screaming at the other team. And there's not a single voice from anywhere in this earth that can get through the loud roar of our fans once Sylvia's eyes gaze upon the masses that have come here to be a part of this ritual for our crustacean lords.
Sarah, roll me
Yes?
3d6.
Okay. I got a 6.
Pick whoever you want to describe this beautiful narrative success as the Lobsters clinch their first World Series in a generational drought.
Spiny, take us.
That's me. I thought I was ascending to heaven, and it's me who is gospeling us there. As we are, I think because Sylvia, no relation, Plath, is summoning this amount of energy, and that chant, that eldritch chant, begins to take over. The call and response begins to not make sense in English anymore, as the very stadium seats, those fold down, cheap, sticky seats, begin to glow in bright red, and you smell butter and lobster and well done seafood as the chant rises. You can see the other team is like waving their hand in front of their faces. They're trying to get rid of that lobster smell. Not in our house, baby. You see 1, 2, 3 strike out on their side. The second we get Sylvia Plath, the hitter, up onto the plate, immediate home run. You see that Spiny is twirling in circles every time they throw a pitch, making it complete like K-pop fairy level amount of Sailor Moon magical girl. The claw has not let a single ball out of their reach. Their arm extending the metal out to catch anything that would fly away. And Big Red, I think, is the final perspective as it kind of pans out a bit to show it more like a frozen Renaissance painting portrait. One person rearing back to throw, one person rearing back to hit, the claw extending out in anticipation, and the stadium lights all shining down on us as these bright red glowing seats are all empty because every single lobster is on their feet screaming for us as we clinch the win that we earned and that we gained with our community behind us, that we won for them. And it's sick as hell, Your Honor.
It is sick as hell indeed. Game wraps up. You guys celebrate on the field with your closest friends, fans, family, each other, just full embrace. You see Babs smiling from the dugout, or carabiners jingling as she's jumping up and fucking down, just ecstatic at the sheer amount of effort and triumph that you guys have pulled through this season. And afterwards, meeting up in the locker room, still very battered, but respectful now, Bill Bilson comes up to each and every one of you for final remarks. Who would like to go first and give their final remarks for the season?
Well,
I'll
Bill.
go. I'll go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go.
Okay. All right. It's been a pleasure. It's so lovely knowing that I'm both covered in blood and butter and that my lobster god is so happy with me. And I got to do this playing the game that I love with the people that I love. And I finally feel like I reached the apex of who I am. I've discovered love, both romantically and with a family that I chose. And I'm so happy that I'll never have to wash another butter-filled shirt again. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. and being part of my journey. It is so nice to go from Maria to the Claw.
All right, Bill turns to his mic next. Who's next?
Covered in butter, in blood, smelling like the lobster rolls we had for lunch. Feeling my tears drip down my face, I can finally say, I have made my masterpiece. This is what I came here for. This is what I always dreamed of ever since I was that 12-year-old girl out on the softball field who picked up a bat for the first time. And it was worth every game. And it was worth every sacrifice. Lobster forever.
Spiny or Sylvia? Any remarks?
Well, Bill, I've learned a lot today. I've learned that community is what really makes a ball game work. I've learned that the rain in Maine flows mainly from the vein. And finally, at last, I can rest and put my baseball career behind me as the final
Sacrifice has been made.
And Sylvia disappears.
Incredible.
No, I never got used to that.
I don't
Spiny, all
think
you.
I don't think Sylvia let us know that she would be disappearing into a cloud of butter cloud. So I think as the cloud is happening, Spiny is high kicking forward to like give her interview, not knowing that she'll never see Sylvia again. High kicking through this cloud, this yellow cloud, and goes, you know, all of my neighbors always told me I should go into baseball. And I said, no, I hate baseball. It's stupid. It's boring. I hate it. Ew, there. I'd never. Thank you. Woo! And she claps and waves and will do like a high kick and go, claws up, everyone!
Claws
and
up,
will
everyone.
lead the end of the like press meeting and just claws up in the air.
I think, Mags, if you don't mind, real quick,
Go ahead.
I think I want this to be the end scene of my TikTok movie that I've been making this whole time. And as the credits begin to roll and list all of our names, I think I want Lil Ump to be holding the leashes of the lobsters
Absolutely.
and walking out of the stadium to the tune of my humps.
Instrumental.
And that is how my TikTok movie is going to go out.
Instrumental, my humps. Covered by Lord.
And with that concludes ball game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much to who donated and got us to raise $200 in one night for trans equality. We are going to do promos and closeouts. And any last words from these four fantastic players? I'm gonna choose because I'm the GM. Fuck it. Green.
Sup, everybody. I'm Green, or Grete if you want to try that, or Grete if you can't roll your R's. And I am happy to be here. Super fun game. Love playing with Mags and being here on Streaming Rainbow. I am a official cast member with Hilarity Save RPG. There are so many crazy good fundraising opportunities that are going to be happening all throughout this month in so many places. I'm still doing a fundraiser right now for Clean Water Fund with the Valley. We're going to do our final stream team this coming Wednesday, 7 p.m., like usual, with our final cast, wrapping it all up in the not so distant future of 2019. And I'm very excited about it. They had to roll to see what year they landed on, and it was somehow 2019.
That's incredible. Nothing possibly bad could happen after 2019. Nothing bad ever happens after 2019. Don't
Nothing
look it up.
bad. It somehow became an allegory for I had no idea this was going to happen. But anyway, it's to help promote Clean Water Fund, which helps with legal protections for making sure everybody has safe and clean water to drink and protections for our environment. So we are 88% up to our goal. We're only $60 away from $500. Very, very excited for that. So one last time to do that. If you pay $30, Danny R. Mendoza will do a cute little cameo for you, doing any voice, reading anything you want, as long as you're okay with it being on the internet and you being tagged in it. Just be aware of that. It's very fun. $30. Anyway, and then we are currently casting for Fays and Gays, Treasures and Treasons, which is going to be supporting Trans Lifeline all throughout Pride in June and July, because Pride is whenever the fuck you want. And that will be starting sometime after the 19th, because the deadline to submit is the 19th. So get into that. All right. Sweet.
Popcorn it
Am
to
I in
whatever you
anything
want.
else?
Except me, I go last.
I think. Oh, I'm also doing a safe mode disabled thing on the 26th, and that's going to be an all queer table. So, also for Pride.
Go watch it. And support Safe Mode Disabled. What the fuck? Go.
Yeah.
Their Kickstarter ended. Still go support them.
Still possible. Okay. Now we're going to jump it over. I'm going to go to Meadow, since you're right next to me.
Howdy, I'm Meadow. I've been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future. No promises. She, they pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darlin' or Howdy Love Darlin' GM. You can find me on Fridays at midnight. Check it. Look at your calendar. You'll never believe what day it is. Fridays at midnight for Hex Heist, an all-black cyberpunk solarpunk magical table where we play witches stealing very powerful items and trying not to deal with any of the consequences that comes with that. You can find me at Tuesdays on Bitten at Crit Hit Chronicles or Talking XP. Wednesdays on Forgotten Adventures for Fears and Fortunes, a D&D horror actual play. And you can follow me for other updates. I'm everywhere. I love stories. I love playing pretend with my friends, and I'd love to be friends with you. So thank you for having me. Thank you for donating if you got to donate, and thank you for hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun. I love the system. Thank you to Mags for running the system. Thanks for everybody else. I haven't gotten to play with you in a while, so.
Also, Meadow's doing something really cool with Batty Bards for LaBeija Ball. Go
oh my god, it just happened.
Yeah.
That also happens on Fridays at 8.
Go support Batty Bards.
It's so good.
Tell them I sent you.
Post most likely.
Tell them I sent you.
It's Kiki delivery service inspired, but it's all black, all femme in a solar punk future where we are playing witches trying to deliver packages without getting in trouble. We've all gotten in trouble. Love to have you.
Yes.
I will popcorn it to oh my god, there's so many people. Sarah.
Hey, my name is Seraphina Smith. I am still thinking about what a cover of My Humps by Lord would sound like. I think it would be wonderful, personally. So, yeah, I don't have anything personal to plug right now, but keep watching Streaming Rainbow. We're doing stuff all Pride, still raising money for this same wonderful charity. And I'm really happy to be here today. Thank you all for your donations. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all of you wonderful people for being here. Thank you to Max for running this. Thank you, everybody. Hooray. And I move now to our final. Can I do the right direction? Yes.
You're going the right way. You're going the right way. You got it.
Hello, beautiful, handsome, gorgeous creatures. I am Taz. You may know me online as Reader and Rogue. I am a member of the Game Master Monday podcast. Currently, I have coming up Viva La Queer Bar on Monday, June 29th. Mags will be in that as well. We are raising funds for Dem Boys, which is a program that raises money to help Black, Indigenous people of color fund their gender affirming surgeries. After that, I have my premiere sound designing and editing project, a solo TTRPG No Tell Motel, premiering on the Game Master Monday podcast on July 6th. That's my first time doing all of that. So it's very exciting. I'm calling it my practice pod because I've got like projects with other people coming up later this year, and I thought I needed to like do something first. So that's me. You can find me at Game Master Monday pretty much. And Mags.
Hello, I've been your coach, your umpire, your GM, Mags. You can find me down there. My handle's down there. It's at Magneto795. You can find me on every single app that is not Twitter. If you find me on there, that's an imposter. You should do something about that. Currently, what I have lined up, like Taz says, we are playing Viva La Queer Bar on June 29th. It was rescheduled from June 1st, so if you saw the promo earlier and you were like, fuck, I missed it, good news, you didn't. We rescheduled it. It's gonna be great, and we're gonna cry, and you can donate money to make us kiss. Not each other in person, but maybe. Other thing I have to promo, tonight at the exact same time this actually started streaming, Looking for Mom, the last episode of their Secondhand Heroes, which I was in, with GM'd by your Kanto 6 Pagan Merm, who was a fucking delight. You should go watch it. You should go support it. The other two players, Baba Yaga and Maui from Reflect Games, were so incredible. You should also support them in what creative endeavors they have lined up, because fuck, they were so goddamn good. Like everyone here said, I love to collab. The rest of my 2026 is looking pretty good. So if you want to hit me up or send me a casting call or whatever the hell, I would love to collab with people if you would like to have me. That's pretty fucking cool. Thank you all again so much for donating money to trans equality. Truly, it means a lot in this current climate and how scary things are getting, that we all need to be there for each other, especially for uplifting the trans community right now, because they are unfortunately in direct line of fire and they desperately need it the most. And to quote one of my favorite frontmen and how he closes out his concerts, I have 3 fucking things to say. Support trans youth, fuck ICE, and free fucking Palestine. Fix your hearts or fucking die. That's our stream. Good night.
Hell yeah. Claws up, bitches.